I'm Danielle. I'm going to be performing a head-to-toe assessment on you, just checking everything out and making sure everything looks good and all.
Okay.
So first we're going to start with your skin. I'm just going to look at your skin for the color, temperature, vascularity. We're going to check your skin turgor, which is good, and everything looks good. I'm going to check your nails now. We're going to check them for color, shape, size, make sure there's no lesions. We're going to check your capillary refill, which should be less than 3 seconds. It is. Now I'm going to get you to perform what's called a shamrock test. I want you to put your fingers like this. Make sure your angle is less than 160, and it is. There's no clubbing. That's good. If you had any clubbing or anything like that, that would be indicators of respiratory problems. Okay, now we're going to move on to your head. Just kind of inspect everything. Make sure everything looks good. Make sure your hair looks good. The texture, the luster. Make sure it's distributed evenly, no absence or excess. Now I'm just going to inspect your scalp. So I can take this down. Okay, just going to go through. Make sure everything looks good. Make sure I don't see any lesions or bumps or anything like that. Okay, everything looks good. Now I'm just going to palpate your skull. I'm going to come around to the back. Let me know if you feel any tenderness or pain. Nope. Okay. Now we're going to move on to your neck, or your face. I'm going to inspect your face first. Just going to look at your face, make sure everything looks even, symmetrical, the ears are lined up well. We're going to palpate your face, just make sure, tell me if you feel any pain. I'm going to get you to clench your jaws. I'm going to go for your TMJ. This is going to test your vagus nerve. No, your trigeminal nerve. I'm going to palpate your frontal sinuses and your maxillary sinuses. If there is any pain or anything like that, that would be indicators of sinus infection. I'm going to get you to smile, frown, puff out cheeks. That's going to test cranial nerve 7, which is your facial nerve. Also, I'm going to perform what's called a light touch test. I'm going to take this cotton ball. I'm going to rub it on your face. Let me know when you feel it. This is also going to test your trigeminal nerve. So, close your eyes.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay. That is it for the face. Now I'm going to move on to the neck. I'm just going to inspect your neck, make sure everything looks good and even. I'm going to get you to take this cup of water. I'm going to get you to take a sip of it, look up, and swallow. I'm just going to check for okay, everything looks good. Thank you. Your face nerve is swallowing. I'm going to palpate your trachea. Good. Okay. I'm going to take this cup of water again. I'm going to turn around to the back. Okay, I'm going to palpate your thyroid. And what I want you to do is look down and look to your left. I want you to take a sip of the water. Okay, now I want you to do the same. Sip, look down, right, swallow. Palpate, make sure everything looks good. Okay. I'm going to palpate for your carotid arteries. So I'm going to fill in one at a time so you don't pass out. Now I'm going to palpate your temporal arteries. Okay, very good. I'm going to also take over your thyroid, your carotid arteries, and your temporal arteries. Just make sure nothing needs anything like that. times in previews or anything like that. Now I'm going to get you to perform a few neck muscle tests. I'm just going to get you to push your head against my hand for resistance and strength. Good. 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 I'm going to get you to shrug your shoulders and your hands. That's going to test cranial nerve 11, which is your accessory nerve. Okay. Now we're going to move on to your ears. Just going to kind of inspect them, make sure they look even and symmetrical, they line up good. I'm going to inspect your external parts. Everything looks good. Now I'm going to palpate your auricles and tragus. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to just look inside your ear. I'm going to put your ear up and back. Okay, everything looks good. Nice curly and gray. Okay. It looks good. Okay. Now I'm going to test your cranial nerve 8, which is your vestibulocochlear nerve. I want to get you to stand up, turn your hands by your side, and close your eyes. And just stand there for a minute. It's going to test your balance. Okay, that's good. That is the Romberg test, and yours was negative. So now I'm going to move on to your nose. I'm just going to inspect your nose, make sure everything looks good. I'm going to look up inside your nose, make sure I don't see any deviated septum, make sure your mucus and everything looks good. Looks good. Okay, I'm going to test the patency of your nares. So I'm going to close this, I'm going to get you to breathe out. Okay, in, good. Everything looks good. Now we're going to perform a smell test. This is going to test your cranial nerve 1, which is your olfactory nerve. I'm just going to give you a few smells and I want you to identify them for me. So close your eyes. Yes.
Cinnamon.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, so everything on your nose and all looks good. So now we're going to move to your mouth. Just going to kind of inspect your mouth, make sure everything looks even and good. Your lips look nice and pink and moist. I'm going to palpate your lips, make sure everything feels okay. Okay, everything looks good. Now we're going to check the inside of your mouth. Get you to open your mouth, check everything inside. Okay, everything looks good. I'm going to get you to say ah. Watching the rising fall of your uvula. Okay, now we're going to perform what's called a gag test. So this is going to test your cranial nerve. Your glossopharyngeal nerve. Okay, so I want you to open your mouth. Okay, good. Okay, now I'm just going to finish checking the insides, make sure everything's good. I'm going to tap on your teeth, make sure you don't feel any pain. Okay, I'm going to check your stents and ducts. Your Morton steps, which is under your tongue. Everything's good. Okay, now I'm going to look at your tongue. Just make sure your tongue looks good, no lesions or anything. Very nice. Okay, now I'm going to get you to stick out your tongue, move it from side to side. Okay, I'm going to... That's going to test cranial nerve 12, which is your hypoglossal nerve. I'm going to get you to push your tongue against my hand. Okay, everything looks good with your mouth. And so now we're going to move on to your eyes. just going to check your eyes from the side. Make sure they look round and clear, which they do. Okay. Now I'm going to just check your eyelids, make sure there's no swelling or anything, and look at your conjunctiva. Nice pink. Okay, now we're going to test for perla. I'm going to make sure your pupils are equal, which they are. They're round. I'm going to make sure they're reactive to light. So I'm just checking to see if they constrict. Okay, good. Now I'm going to test to see if they accommodate. So what I want you to do is I want you to look at my pen light, and then I want you to look at some behind me. My pen light and some behind me. Very good. Okay, now we're going to perform a few different eye tests. What I want you to do is, the next 3 tests I'm performing, we're going to test your cranial nerves 3, 4, and 6, oculomotor, trochlear, and abducens. So I want you to just follow my pen light for this one. I'm going to perform an H test. Okay, very good. This next one is called a directing consensual. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place my hand on the bridge of your nose. I'm going to shine the light in one eye, and your other eye should constrict as well. Okay, now I'm going to perform a peripheral vision test. So what I want you to do is I want you to cover one of your eyes. I'm going to cover the same one, and I want you to tell me when you see my headline.
Now.
Okay,
Now.
good. Now I want you to close the other eye.
Now.
Okay, very good. Now we're going to do a cover and uncover test. You can just cover one of your eyes. I want you to look at my pen light. Just kind of focus on it for a minute. I want you to remove your hand. Okay, good. Do the other eye. Focus on the pen light. And remove it. Very good. Okay, this would test for lazy eye. So if you would have had a lazy eye, it might would have fallen off to the side or just kind of lose it off. Now we're going to perform a corneal light reflex. I'm going to shine the light on the bridge of your nose. So you glimmer in the same spot in both eyes, which I do. And then I'm going to get you to perform the Rosenbaum test. I'm going to get you to hold this about reading distance, 14 inches in front of you, and just read the first line of words.
NG to intermittent suction.
Very good. Okay. Now that is all for your eyes. Now that we have looked at your face and your neck and your head, I'm going to move on to your thorax and lungs. I'm going to get you to take off your shirt for now. Okay. I'm just going to kind of look at your chest, make sure everything looks good. It looks symmetrical, nice and even. Okay, I'm going to check the back. Everything looks good. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and name where your normal breath sounds would be. So we'll have tracheal, bronchial, vesicular, and vesicular. And on the back, you will not have a tracheal, but you have a bronchial, vesicular, and then vesicular. Okay? So now I'm just going to palpate your posterior thorax. Make sure everything feels good. If there's any pain. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and percuss on here too. Okay, everything sounds good. I'm going to perform a symmetrical expansion test. I'm going to put my hands across your back and I just want you to breathe normally. It's going to test to make sure your lungs expand evenly. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to perform a tactile for lights test. Every time you feel my hand, I just want you to say 99.
99.
Everything looks good. Now I'm going to just listen for your normal breath sounds. Every time you feel my stethoscope, you just take a deep breath. Let me know if you feel lightheaded or dizzy at all. stethoscope, I want you to say the letter E. 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 Okay, very good. Everything sounds good. Looks normal. So now that we've looked at your thorax, made sure everything looks good and all, I'm going to move on to your heart. I'm just going to kind of inspect your chest, make sure everything looks good, make sure I don't see any crazy pulsations or anything. I'm going to go ahead and mark where your normal valves will be. So your first one is going to be your aortic, which is going to be your second intercostal space, right sternum border. Second one is going to be pulmonic, which is also going to be your second intercostal space, left sternum border. The third one is going to be Erb's point, which is going to be your third intercostal space, left sternum border. And your fourth one, or Erb's point is going to be the next one. It's going to be your fourth intercostal space. That one was your tricuspid. It's going to be your tricuspid valve, which is going to be your fourth intercostal space. The next one is going to be your fifth intercostal space, left sternum border, midclavicular lines. Okay. Now I'm just going to say where I should hear normal sounds. Your aortic and your pulmonic, your S2 should be louder, your Erb's point should be even, and your tricuspid and mitral, your S1 should be louder. I'm just going to palpate over these areas, make sure I don't feel any crazy vibrations or thrills. Now I'm just going to listen with the diaphragm. So first. Very good. Now I'm going to listen to the bell to make sure I don't hear any sounds of murmurs or anything. Okay, everything sounds good. While we're here, I'm going to go ahead and locate all of your main arteries and all. So we have temporal, carotid, we have brachial and radial. So I'm going to stripe over your temporal and carotid. Brachial will be right here, radial, brachial, and radial. You're going to have femoral, which comes with that. We have popliteal. We have dorsalis pedis, which will be on the tops of your feet, and then posterior tibialis, which will be on the backs right here. Okay. I have noticed that I have missed a step, so we're going to go back and perform a few hearing tests that go along with your ears. These are called the Weber and Renee test. What I'm going to do is I'm going to strike this tuning fork. I'm going to place it on the top of your head, and I want you to tell me if you hear it in both ears. The next one is called the Renee. What I'm going to do is I'm going to strike it again. I'm going to place it behind your ear. I want you to tell me when you stop feeling it. I'm going to place it in front of your ear and tell me when you stop hearing it. Air conduction should be twice as long as phone conduction. Very good. It was 7 and 14, so that's right. good. Okay. Now that we have checked your thorax, your lungs, and your heart, we're going to move on to your abdomen. I'm going to get you to lay down. I'm just going to look at your abdomen, make sure everything looks nice and even. Make sure I don't see any crazy pulsations or peristalsis or anything. Everything looks good. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and divide your abdomen into 4 quadrants. I'm going to come down straight to the umbilicus and across. This is going to be your right upper quadrant, left upper quadrant, right lower quadrant, and your left lower quadrant. I'm going to listen first. So I'm just going to make sure I hear vowel sounds in all 4 quadrants. Okay, great. I'm also going to go ahead and listen to your renal arteries, your aorta, your iliac arteries, and I would listen here for femoral, but I'm not going to do that now. So I'm going to those with the belt and the stethoscope. Everything sounds good. It sounds any grooves or anything. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and percuss your stomach. I should hear just basically a dullness sound. If I would have heard like any timpani or anything, it could be anything from the matter or something like that. Now I'm going to percuss your liver waters. I'm going to start straight across from your umbilicus. I'm just going to percuss up until I hear a chiming sound. Okay, now I'm going to percuss from your 4th intercostal space down. Now I'm going to measure it. Normal should be 6 to 12 centimeters or 2 to 4 inches. This is about 3 inches, so that's good. Okay. Now I'm just going to pop out your stomach, make sure everything feels okay. I'm going to do kind of light. I'm going to do deep. Okay, now I'm going to pop out your little borders. They should not be palpable, but I'm going to check. Okay, I'm going to get you to breathe in, breathe out. Okay, very good. Now I'm going to go for your spleen. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, very good. Okay. So now that we have checked your stomach and all, I'm going to get you to sit back up. Okay, I'm going to go over your cranial nerves and make sure we've performed all the tests. Your cranial nerve 1 is going to be your olfactory nerve. We did that with the smell test. So your cranial nerve 2 is going to be your optic nerve. That was tested when we did the smelling test earlier in the Rosenwald test. Cranial nerves 3, 4, and 6, which are your oculomotor, trochlear, and abducens. Those tested your eye movements that we did with the H test, direct and consensual, and peripheral vision test. Cranial nerve 5 is your trigeminal, which we did the clenching of your jaws and the light touch of your face. Cranial nerve 7 is your facial test, which is what we did with smiling and frowning and puffing out your cheeks, and that can also be assessed with your taste test, which I missed, so we're going to go back and do that now. Cranial nerve 8 is your vestibulocochlear nerve. We did that with the Romberg test, which tested your balance. Cranial nerve 9 is your glossopharyngeal nerve. We did that with the gag test. Cranial nerve 10 is your vagus nerve that tested for the swallowing, which was what we do when you swallowed. Cranial nerve 11 is your accessory nerve, which is where I got you to shrug your shoulders, and then cranial nerve 12 is your hypoglossal, which is where you suck out your tongue and use your mouth. So now we're going to do the taste test. I'm just going to put a few different tastes on your tongue and let me know if you feel them. So I want you to close your eyes. Stick out your tongue. Taste that?
Like cinnamon.
Yes. Okay. Very good. Now we're going to do a separate one. Okay. Just stick your tongue out.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Next.
Salty.
Yes. And then the last one. Your tongue.
Sweet.
Yes. Okay. So that should get all of your cranial nerve tests. Now we're going to move on to neurological. So what I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to make sure you're alert and oriented times 3. So you are alert. I'm going to get you to set your name, Hannah, your birthday.
April the 6th, 1994.
Where are we?
The nursing lab.
Okay. What day of the week is it?
It is Thursday.
Okay. I'm going to test your recent memories. I'm going to give you 3 words to remember. Dog, cat, house. And when we get done with the other tests, I'm going to get you to restate those. Okay, I'm going to get you to say your past memory, which you did when you said your birthday, but if you could say it again.
April the 6th, 1994.
Okay, and your present memory, who is the president right now?
Obama.
Okay, I'm going to test your ability to make judgments. So if you were in a burning house, what would you do?
Run out.
Okay, and now I'm going to test your abstract reasoning. So to you, what does this phrase mean? The early bird gets to learn.
But if you're early, everything will turn out good.
Okay, and now I'm going to get you to say those 3 words again.
Dog, cat, house.
Okay, very good. Now I'm going to test your cerebellar functioning. So I'm going to do 3, just general. We assessed your gait when you walked in. You have nice posture. And your balance was good, which is your Romberg test. And I'm also going to get you to do tandem walking. So what I want you to do is I want you to stand up and just walk heel to toe, forward. Okay, and then you can come back. Okay, looks good. Okay, I'm going to do one upper, which is going to be alternating movements. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your fingers to your thumbs like this and just speed up doing it. Okay, very good. I'm going to do one lower. So I'm going to get you to take your heel and go down your shin. Each side. Very good. Okay, now we're going to test your sensory and discriminatory. So we're going to have 2 sensory tests. I'm going to take my cotton ball again. I'm going to do light touch. So I want you to close your eyes and just let me know when you feel it.
Yes. 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 Yes.
going to perform a sharp dull test. So I'm going to show you what sharp feels like and what dull feels like, and I want you to close your eyes and let me know which one you feel. So this is going to be sharp, and then this is going to be dull. Okay. Sharp, dull.
Okay.
Okay.
Dull.
Yes.
Sharp. Dull. Dull. Sharp. 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 Dull. Dull. Sharp. Sharp.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So now that we've done that, I'm going to do 3 discriminatory, and what I'm going to do is we're going to start with stereognesis. I'm going to give you 2 different objects. I want you to close your eyes and feel with your hands and let me know what they are. So if you could close your eyes. Here's the first one.
Rubber band.
Yes.
Keys.
Yes. Okay, very good. This next one is called Kinesthesia. I'm going to draw a letter and a number in your hand, and I just want you to let me know which ones you feel. Okay, so close your eyes. What's your letter?
A.
Yes.
Eight.
Yes. Okay. Very good. And then the next one is going to be kinesthesia. I want you to close your eyes again. I'm going to move a body part, and I want you to let me know what body part I'm moving.
Arm. Wrist. Leg. Foot.
Yes. Okay. Very good. Okay. That's all the tests we're going to perform for your neurological test. Now we're going to move on to musculoskeletal. I'm just going to kind of inspect your joints, make sure everything looks good, make sure I don't see any types of swelling or anything like that. I'm going to palpate your joints. I'm going to get you to clench your jaws again. T and J. Shoulders. Elbows. The wrists. Fingers. Okay. I'm going to palpate your knees. Your ankles. And I'll also normally palpate your toes and all that. Okay, everything felt good. We're going to go ahead and check your reflexes. So, I'm going to start with your bicep reflex. I want you to lay your hand out like this. Just rest it on me. Okay, good. Next one. Okay, now I'm going to do your triceps. So what I want you to do is I want you to hold your arm like this, and I want you to dangle it as much as possible. So I'm just going to relax this. Okay. Okay, very good. You do this arm. Okay, that's it. Okay, there you go. Other way. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, now I'm going to move on to your brachioradialis. I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to just get you to relax it. Okay, very good. Okay, now I'm going to test your patellar reflexes. So I'm just going to. Okay, very good. Okay. And now I'm going to do your Achilles. So what I want you to do is I just want you to turn around and get up on the bed like this and just let your feet move.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay, very good. perform a few range of motion tests. I want you to take your arms out beside you, bring them up above your head, cross them, out, down. I want you to put them in front of you like this, okay? I want you to straighten out your legs, okay? Pull them up to your chest. Okay, looks good. Now I'm going to do some strength tests. I'm going to do 2 upper and 2 lower. So I want you to hold your arms out like this. I want you to pull against them. Push, okay? Push. Okay, I am done with my test, so everything looked good, everything seemed okay. So now I'm going to check my note card, see if I missed anything. I did miss 2, so I'm going to get you to go on and stand up. This is going to go along the musculoskeletal. I'm going to check your spine, so I'm going to get you to bend over. I'm just going to inspect it, palpate, make sure it's straight, everything looks good. Okay, very good. Okay, now we'll get you to sit back down, and I'm going to palpate your lymph nodes, which is something I always forget, but we're going to do it now. So I'm going to palpate your preauricular, postauricular, your occipital, retropharyngeal, submandibular, submental. We do your deep cervical chain, posterior cervical chain, superficial cervical chain. We do your supraclavicular and inferior. And nothing is palpable, which is normal. I shouldn't be able to feel anything unless they were enlarged or something was wrong. So